Guys, welcome to another video. Today my video is about oil changes. I'm doing regular maintenance on my cars and it's time for me to do the oil change. All right, let me show you what I'm trying to do. My Nissan Pathfinder, and I have Mercedes that I need to change oil. They're due for oil change. So for the Nissan Pathfinder, what I'm using is SuperTech 1030 full synthetic formula, and the oil filter is 7317. For the Mercedes, it recommends Mobile 1, and the grade I'm using is 040. You can also use 540, but my preference is 040. I have been using 040, and the oil filter number is SM11473XL. And if you see, I'm using the extended life. If you buy from the dealer, it's fine, but if you're buying from the auto parts store, they have two different kinds: a regular filter and extended life. On the Mercedes and European cars, people tend to change oil after every year. However, on my Mercedes, I change it every 6 months. On my Pathfinder, I change it every 3 months, even though it's full synthetic, and the oil can last up to 10,000 miles. But I change it 3 months or 3,000 miles, whichever comes first. Mercedes, I do it 6,000 miles or 6 months, whichever come first. So now let's go ahead and start doing our oil change. All right, the first thing is to pop your hood. The Nissan Pathfinder is right on the left side, and what I like to do is to pop the hood, and then thing that I do is to remove the oil cap. And take out the dipstick. After removing both of those things, I get under the car. I won't go in much detail about this oil change because I have other videos that you can see on my channel, but I'm gonna go under and just open up the bolt and drain the oil. Now to open up the oil filter, there's a compartment right under the front bumper. It uses number 10 socket. You can open one of the bolts, make the other one loose, turn this one over, like move it, and then you have access to the filter, and you can open up the filter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Again, it's used number 10 socket, and I'm not going too much in depth with this oil change because you can watch my other videos where I have done in detail. So I'm just sharing what I'm doing today with you guys. And let me share with you where the filter is. You see, we open up this compartment and remove the cover. I don't know if you can see, the filter is right there, and we're going to open up that filter and replace with the new one. Whenever you put a new filter on the rubber seal, always put some oil. That's a good practice to do. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, the filter has been replaced. Now it's time for us to put the oil in. And like I said, this is 4.0. It takes about 6 quarts. Alright, so here's the tip. When you put the oil in, I've done this so many times, so I know it takes exactly 6 quarts, but if you're not sure, put your dipstick in there. You see it's a little bit over. What's gonna happen once we're gonna run the engine, the oil is gonna go through the filter, and that should drop, and I'll show you that in a minute. So let me put the dipstick in. it started, we're gonna clean the dipstick again, double check. So if you see the oil level is good, it's right there on the second dot, so we're gonna put it back. And while you're doing your oil change, other things you want to check is your antifreeze level. Make sure your windshield washer fluid is there. Take a look at the belts and stuff like that. Check your brake fluid, make sure everything is good, because that's another important thing. So brake fluid is good. The rest I already checked, so it's good to go. So another thing that I do with my cars and trucks, I always put a sticker inside right here on the windshield. I'm a little bit old school with this. It helps me to monitor my oil change and the duration. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that sticker. The next thing I'm gonna do is the oil change on the Mercedes, and I'll just go over quickly on how to do it. I have detailed videos about oil change for both Nissan and the Mercedes, and I'm going to add that link in the description, so anybody want to go step by step, see how to do it, they can look into it. So till then, take care.